Mario Party. One of the most iconic and chaotic games to ever exist. Releasing back on the Nintendo 64 back on December 18th, 1998 in Japan, and then released in America on February 8th, 1999, and then here in Europe on March 9th, 1999. The game has seen 10 main game titles, as well as 7 non-numbered entries, and plus 7 arcade versions in Japan only, and has been dubbed by many as the game that ends friendships. My history with this game series has been a bit all over the place. My first experience was back on the GameCube with Mario Party 4, and I've loved the series ever since. I remember playing this with some of my friends and my brothers back in the day, and I still remember the amount of screams and tears we shed over the fun and madness that was Mario Party. Up until this point, though, I haven't played the original Mario Party due to the lack of ways to play it, and Mario Party Advance because...
Nailed it.
Mario Party Superstars is the newest one of the series, and is a small collection of the boards from the original 3 N64 games remade on the Nintendo Switch, with minigames being brought in from all the main numbered entries, up in including number 10 as well. After having a few hit and misses over the past few years, did Nintendo finally get this party started? Or did they crash it and steal the food and drinks and left with the girl you were hitting on all night, leaving you with a dull and sad evening? What? Let's get to the review! It should be obvious to mention that Mario Party is a party game. 10. You need 5. God damn it! Which is set within giant boards where players roll the dice to move around to grab coins from spaces in order to buy stars. One thing to note, when you start up the game, you can choose to play either solo, with friends in local play, or with online friends. For the first time ever, since day 1 release, a Mario Party has the option to play online with friends on any of the 5 boards, as well as the minigame Mountain. But we'll get to the mountain later. Once you have chosen how you're going to play, you will now be put in the Party Plateau, not the real name, and can do various things such as change the settings, visit the data house where you can check out your player card to customize it, listen to music, and view achievements! Or go to the shop where you can use the coins that you collect within the game modes to buy a variety of things, like stickers, biographies, backgrounds, and music too. For a long time, Mario Party fans will remember the toads that used to run the shops back in the Mario Party 1 days. But this time, they aren't there anymore. They are replaced with a Shy Guy, a Kamek, and a Yellow Toad, to put themselves in the spots where these former toads used to reside. Rest imposter toads, wherever you are. Once you set yourself up, it's time to jump in the warp pipe in the middle and go to the main game mode. There are 10 characters to choose from in this game, with no unlockable characters, though a surprise is Birdo has returned to being playable since Mario Party 9. Whoopee. But there is another thing that changed for the setup though as well. There are 5 boards to choose without the option of buying or unlocking any new ones. These boards are Yoshi's Tropical Island and Peach's Birthday Cake from Mario Party 1, Spaceland and Horrorland from Mario Party 2, and Woody Woods from Mario Party 3. This is interesting to note, as not only is there only one from Mario Party 3 when the others got 2, this is also one of the few Mario Party games that doesn't have a Bowser board. I guess Bowser couldn't make one in time. Speaking of the boards, besides Peach's Birthday Cake, the boards remain true to their original counterparts. Yoshi's Tropical Island still has the star space, and Bowser swap places when landing on a happening space, as well as the Coin Thwomp roadblocks. Ugh. Woody Woods still has the Monty Moles changing the pathways each turn, as well as the 2 trees that give you fruit that affect your coins or your movement. Horrorland still has the day and night cycle, with different paths being open or blocked depending on the time of the day. Peach's Birthday Cake, even though different, still has the Piranha Plant traps to steal coins or stars from your opponents, and Spaceland with its runaway cars and Coin Beam. Some of the layout has been changed though, with the most notable one being Peach's birthday cake having the biggest change. In the first Mario Party, the split in the road that gave you the lottery to visit Bowser was moved and put to after the star instead of before. In the original, that means you have the chance of missing the star and heading to Bowser instead. But now, the Bowser route is a shortcut after the star. A dangerous one at that. But of course, you have to go through Bowser instead of the piranha traps set by your opponents. One other thing that has changed, or made note of by the way, some of the boards have had some spaces removed or moved around. Some of the spaces that have been removed from their previous games, however, are the one-player minigame spots from Mario Party 1 and the Game Guy squares from Mario Party 3. Good, I liked my coins. But otherwise, the standard affair are here with some changes to those spaces too. Blue spaces and lucky spaces give coins and items. Red spaces lose coins, with Bowser spaces giving some even worse effects. Event spaces can affect the board in some way, or even the players themselves. Bank spaces take money away, or you gain all the money if you land on the space. Versus spaces, or battle spaces in the older games, have players put money into a pot, play the minigame, and depending on your position, you get a share of it equal to your position. Item spaces give you a chance to earn an item, and a returning space that strikes fear into those who have played. After each turn has gone by, though, there is a minigame, and depending on the space that you landed on will split you into your different teams. These games range in 4-player minigames, 1 versus 3 minigames, and 2v2 minigames. This format hasn't changed in most of the years, however, after playing the minigame, depending on the game in question, may give you coins depending on the position you played. This doesn't really affect the 1-player or the 2v2 minigames, but the 4-player minigames have changed this formula. Also, a note to mention, every 5 turns, the coin multiplier will double the coins based in the minigame, which I think is quite nice. It's an incentive to do well, and you pray that that money game just comes up. All the money.
We've got to have money.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted again. There is one thing you should know, and it's one thing that the Mario Party series is known for. Even if you're fantastic at the minigames, it can still go wrong for many reasons. Ooh, such as your opponent gaining 2 stars in 1 turn.
I will take the stars, please and thank you.
Next location, where are you going? Don't go in his pathway. I said not to!
I've got enough to go there, right?
Oh no!
Yes, he does. He got it.
Just enough.
And you're about to land on Bowser.
Well, I might as well make the most of this while I can.
God damn it, Kotlol. He did it so he could go Keyblade.
I didn't have a skeleton key on me, so...
Your opponent using Boo to steal your hard-earned coins or stars and giving them to themselves? Boo!
But Boo's not the reason why I'm here. Steal coins for free, I'm going to let the game pick random.
Oh!
Or actually, yeah, you know what, random.
It's Hannah! Have fun, Hannah!
here
Mash
comes
the
through.
button! Mash the button, mash the... I love it. I love the animation for Boo Oh my god!
Whoa.
Losing your stars or coins to Bowser! Bye, Hannah. Spin, Bowser mini. Oh no, Bowser can't be in it. Bowser mini game. We're all playing the mini game. Bowser is simple. If you lose, you lose. Or losing your stars to chance time. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just RNG.
It's probably the bonus of the bar just helps you figure out.
So basically, you can choose the blocks in any order. Someone's giving a star to someone.
Oh no.
Who's giving away?
No!
Brownie is giving away to...
No!
Okay, I forgive you now.
Chance time fucks me again! I hate chance time, but I love it's back in a weird way. Anyway, at the end of the game, the most stars in your possession is the winner. But there are bonus stars that can be passed out at the end of the turn, and you can change what bonus stars are required. You can choose to have them off, you can have a random 2 from an assortment of a list going into sort of Mario Party 6 and 7 territory with the random categories, or you can choose the classical 3 of minigame, coin, and happening. But some of them have changed, but more about that later. At the end of the game, the coins that you've earned, with the stars being turned into coins as well, and a multiplier if you play online, gives you the ability to have more coins in your possession in order to buy stickers and the rest of the stuff from the store to have more fun your way or history. This also gives you experience to add to your player level, which gives you the ability to unlock more things as you play. But if you find the board game an absolute hassle and you don't want to run around frantically and thinking, oh my god, this is the end of me, you can always play the minigames at Mount Minigame. You can just enjoy the selection of over 100 minigames to play. Wait a minute. 100 minigames from Mario Party? Give me a moment! Out of the 100 minigames that were put in this game, including the item games and the sports/puzzle games added in the extra mode, 53 of these appeared in the top 100 collection on the 3DS. Well, I think we can know where the shortcut lied. Anyway, here at Mount Minigame, you can play just the minigames. You can also set records for the achievements if you're those types of players, play random minigames not found in the main game, or take part in the various modes such as the tag match for 2v2 games, trio challenge where 3 people will tackle one computer player who gets harder and harder as the game goes on. There's the survival challenge where you play other players around the world to get the biggest win streak possible. Can you play and continue your winning powers? There's also the coin battle where you play minigames to collect the most coins and the most is the winner. There's also the daily challenge to play 3 minigames grouped into a collection against other players. One thing you should know as well is that each of these areas has their own unique character in places that is in charge of the area. A normal Toad is in charge of the free play and the sport and puzzle mode, a Paracooper is in charge of the tag match, a Lakitu for the daily challenge and the coin battle, Kamek for trio, and Bowser Jr. in survival? And he isn't belittling us? At all? Huh, Bowser must have told him off for being a bad boy. What a great dad. We disagree, Bowser is a great dad. He's just a bitch in this game! If you are aiming for all the achievements, you are going to need to play some of these modes though, so be aware, because some of them do take a little bit of time to get a hold of. There is a note to mention as well, by the way, is that some of the minigames have had their names changed for obvious reasons, but also the fact that multiple winners can occur in games that couldn't get multiple winners before. For example, Bumper Balls, which ended in a draw if more than one player survived at the end in the previous games, ended up giving a satisfactory result if more than one player survived, but that does mean that 4 players can survive till the end and get the coins that way. I don't think they thought that bit through. Although, I should also make a mentionable note that Hexagon Heat, Mushroom Mix-Up in this, has more than just colors on them. They actually have patterns on this, so it definitely helps those who are colorblinded, which is awesome, Nintendo. Now, how long before we get a Braille minigame? That bit doesn't count! We managed to play this game as a live stream on our streaming page on somewhere else, and we did note that there were a few things to say about the online play itself. First, there is a little bit of input delay for the buttons, so be mindful with certain minigames as that can throw you off, but you get used to it after a while. Second, the online connection was really good. No drops in places, but be aware you might have some issues if people don't have the same connection speed, and it might not connect, so be aware of that too. Also, you may have noticed in places that there were some stickers that could be posted to indicate a mood to communicate with players if you don't use voice chat. If you find this annoying, you can always turn this off in the settings, but just be mindful about who you play with. Some people just really don't like it if you sticker spam. The other thing thing to note as a major improvement is what they do if you have to quit the game. If anyone can't come back and you have to drop out the game, you can either A, pick up the game when everyone is free and you can stop the match, or if you have to clear that one, you could always just start the game and have a computer player fill in for the players who can't make it. With these things in mind, it's time to get to the pros and cons. First, let's get to the pros. The online play is solid, though the connection type does affect the gameplay and some people might find the input lag a bit of a nuisance. But as I said earlier, it's easy to adjust to, providing you are used to this type of thing. The minigame collection is a nice little spread, spanning from luck to skill to memory. It is a pleasant sight to see some old favorites return with a much needed upgrade in graphics. Like Dungeon Duos, my baby! I love it! The game looks stunning and seeing the old boards brought to life on a 3D plane is a great pleasure for the eyes. Even giving some callbacks to the old games by having screenshots from the games they appeared into at the start of the board. The achievements, I think, are a nice touch and give a sense of trying to do everything in the game having a reason. Like stealing stars, collecting coins, winning all minigames in one board, playing online, the whole shebang. The customizing is nice for the care to display your favorite parts of the Mario Party series, whether it's your favorite game, your favorite board in this game, or even your favorite mini games within this. But then again, that's where the cons kick in. Though customizing is nice, I do wish there was a little more to it, as well as to the shop. They could have added some customizable things like having your Mii on there dressed as your favorite character, or they could have added more backgrounds than just what was here, the option of nicknaming yourself. And in the shop, they could have had more boards, more characters, or even have the ability to buy the costumes from Mario Party 2 for some of them. Yes, I know that would be a bit of a take, but that's a nitpick from me, and it's not something that ruins the game there. But one thing that does give me a small gripe is the number of the boards. 5 is a nice selection and it does its job there, but with no Bowser board, one board from Mario Party 3, and no option of getting a few others, I can understand why there were some choices to which ones were probably put in here, but there are a few fan favorites to most people that didn't make it here. My personal favorite is Western Land from Mario Party 2! Give me my cowboy! I want my boy back! Also, in regards to things that didn't come back, I do wish the dual minigames from Mario Party 2 had a small sense to come back too. I mean, I can understand why they didn't, but that's a small nitpick of that bit, but I do wish there was some favoritism for my favorite ones to come back. A small nitpick as well is what they did to the coin star and the minigame star. For those who are experienced in the Mario Party games, will know that the coin star based itself on the highest total that was grabbed by a player at one point. For example, if the maximum coins you held was 130, and then nobody got more than 130 at any point in the game, you won. And also the minigame star, which was whoever collected the most coins in the minigames won, which made coin games a little more fun and more frantic to get a hold of. But that's why they've changed things around. The minigame star has now been changed to the one who wins the most minigames overall rather than coins. I welcome this change and this is a plus. The one I don't like is what they did for the coin star. Instead of having the most coins at any point and thinking to yourself, should I spend so the coin star is fine? In this game, they don't care about that. They just want to see you how much money you can earn overall. A company that looks to see how much money you earn. They want to see you spend more! It isn't not the worst thing in the world, but I wish there was a bit more description of that, because they don't even tell you that this changed until the end of the board. We didn't even find that out until we get to the end point when we did our live stream. Rich bonus! This bonus
is for the person player who collected the most coins!
Wait, is that overall?
I hope that's
And the bonus goes to...
We'll find out.
Mario.
What?
It's overall. It's overall.
Let's go! They changed the coin star! And it does seem a little on the small scale, this game. Though the charm has been reclaimed to a degree, there is something about it in my mind that just seems missing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see it there. And the idea of adding in turns during the game is quite nice, but something of the flair just seems a little missing. I don't know. It's a nitpick from me, but it doesn't take away the enjoyment of this game. Overall, this is a great step back into the realm of Mario Party. So the question that we need to ask ourselves is this: how does this game fare as a standalone title compared to its original counterparts? Overall, compared with my pros and my cons, it's time to give this game and this channel our first ever review score. Based off of all the details that we have discovered and our lovable chart here, we at the JCG crew give this game an early hours ranking. This game is great to play with friends, and that is what Mario Party is all about. It is enjoying the company while you're ripping them to shreds. Sorry, I went out of my way about that one. Please excuse my antics. I'm a good boy, really. But with that said, when we streamed this game on the channel, me, Sonic Hannah, Thean, and Moonraven, all with our different Mario Party experiences, all agreed that this game was good fun. It was enjoyable, it was frantic, it was fun, it was stressful. I can never do that fourth thing with my hand when they do the Oh, now I did it. This game is a great experience no matter what type of experience you have with Mario Party. Is this the best Mario Party in existence? I don't think so. I think the thing that holds it back, in my personal viewpoint, is its repetitiveness. In some regards, luck can play a benefiting factor into both the good and the bad of Mario Party experience. But having said that, if you've played all the boards before, you know what you're doing. You know what items to pick up, you know what squares to land on, you know how to screw your opponents left, right, and center. But with that said, the game is still a treat to enjoy, and no matter what happens, it should be the life of the party. And you can enjoy this game to the early hours of the morning. I am Brownie of the JCG crew, saying thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you thought of this review, both good and bad, whether it's about the game or me. Please be gentle if it's me. But either way, I will see you all guys in the morning for the next review if you want to see more. So until then, everybody, I think it's time to hit the hay. So with that said, everybody, I will see you all in the following night. Until then, everybody, stay charged, catch you all later, and good night.